Good evening, people. Good evening. Good evening. This is Spirit Journey. Today is Monday, February 28th, 2022, and the time right now is 6:53 p.m. Oh, yes, good evening, people. Good evening. I'm glad that you're in. This is going to be a very interesting topic, and I would love your feedback. Yes, good evening. I invite you all to say hello in the chat room. Yes, let me begin. Oh, okay. I stayed home today and I came across some videos. And I came across videos on the subject on the Russian invasion of Ukraine. And then I found a video very alarming. And it was a video of what they claim that they're not allowing blacks on the train. Blacks on the train to um, leave the country of Ukraine to go into the neighboring countries. And then some of the people, the video was circulated to, throughout the internet, and people sharing the same depiction. Now, what most of them show, you see a platform, a train, and many people on the platform, and you see a woman yelling at a man, and then you see another person pushing back the man from the woman, I guess to prevent them from fist fighting. Well, that's all you actually see. You see a bunch of people, um, and then you see the train leave. And then you see another video. Um, I'm not sure if it's the same platform, but you do see in this other video, you see a woman trying to enter on the train, and it was a black woman, and you had a white man wearing like a uniform, and I think he had a firearm, and he was ordering her to leave. And then you hear someone in the background speaking in English that they're letting a white girl in, but not this black girl. And so you then feel that, oh, is this actually a racial issue or not? No one wants to feel that they're being discriminated, especially during uh, an invasion. You're in a foreign land, and many of uh, these African people are actually students. They're young people, and they're going to school in the Ukraine. But to feel that you cannot leave a country because of your color, and I thought that was very, very alarming. I did write some comments on some of the videos, and the one with, I just said, look, this one video that it's they're not showing anything based on race. You just see a bunch of people on a platform, and in fact, there are other white people, there were blacks and whites on that same platform, and they weren't able to get on the train either. So I felt that you really have to be careful in this early part of this problem that's happening in Europe, because we're all everybody's under stress. It's stressful times. You have this so-called pandemic, and in some places they're lifting the mask ban. I don't know what it's like in Europe with this wearing the mask or not, but a lot of the people I did not see them wearing masks, so I don't know whether it was lift there. But people, it's winter time, and you're going to need resources. You're going to have stores, and everyone wants to probably get supplies. So supplies are probably low. And then you have people who have cars who want to flee. Then they have to get the gasoline. They might spike up the price of gasoline, spike the prices of water, toilet paper, all this thing. And then now you're seeing a train, and it's they're circulating this video and making it a racial issue. So I don't know. But I want to be honest about my feelings. I wouldn't want that to, I mean, I hope that's not the reason. But the some other videos, some people were able to, they had their phones and they called up news outlets, and I listened to some of them. And one of them in particular, you have a man that's being interviewed, an African man, and many of the people there are Nigerian students, and they also had Black South African students as well, and some of them also were from Ghana. But I think this particular one was Nigerian that was speaking, and they asked him about his experiences, and he was asked a direct question because he said that they're not letting blacks on the trains. So they asked him a direct question, which was, were you able to were you able to contact your embassy, um, your country, and did they contact the representatives in Poland or the countries surrounding Ukraine? And then he replies, no, he doesn't think that they did. So my hearing that got me really angry. It got me angry because, okay, you're making it a racial issue. Now, people from Nigeria are very savvy. They're very intelligent people. Now, when there's some type of conflict, countries, they contact or make some type of an announcement to citizens abroad that, hey, you better get home because there's going to be some conflict. And if you stay, it's at your own risk. But he's saying flat out that he doesn't think his country had made any contact to Poland or the other countries surrounding Ukraine to help facilitate them to exit out of that country. And so it's like they want to it got me angry. So why get angry at a country like Ukraine, because they blaming it on Ukraine, that Ukraine is not letting them leave into Poland. Now, it is said that they're only letting in at first their citizens. Now, on a world arena, is that the protocol? If your country is being invaded and you want to evacuate people, do you evacuate just everybody, or you divide it up by citizens first, or what? War in Europe is very common. What did what did Europe do, let's say during World War One, during World War Two, all these other conflicts? What is the standard operation? Is it that you get your citizens out first, or you just first come, first serve? How is it done? And why, really, why get so angry? I mean, no one wants to feel like they're getting second. No, no one. But can you blame a country to want to make sure that your citizens are out first? I really can't um, anger them for that. But again, I wouldn't want to be the one left behind. No one does. I know I wouldn't want to be left behind. I have never been in war, in an area where an invasion from a foreign nation with guns or bombs. I've never experienced that. Never. And I hope I never do. I wouldn't really know what to do. I was talking to someone about, being, I live in New York City, in the heart of the city. This is an island that I live on. Everything is what do you call it? Is shipped in. But if they stop ships from coming in, you're going to lose. You're not going to have the resources to live. What are you going to do? How do you evacuate? How do you evacuate? Let's say you have little dogs like I have. It's these things that you really start to wonder, what are you going to do? So I'm irritated with how they want to spin this thing in Ukraine and make it into a racial issue. There were other people on that platform, and they were clearly, they clearly look like Europeans, and they're not on that train either. It takes time to bring in people, to take people. I mean, they don't want to pack on the train so packed. You got to breathe in there also. You have to safely transport people. So they're asking to see your passport first before you get in. And there was another video that it was sad. It was at nighttime. You have African people, relatively young, and they're saying in English, okay, Ukraine, I'm sure some of the people speak English, but they speak Ukrainian. It's a Slavic language. So they're there as students, but they don't know the language of Ukraine. And you're talking out loud in English. They were saying that they are students. They are students. They don't have weapons. They're students. And I thought it was sad. I said, wow. It's like I mean, it's like, what do you do? You're in a foreign country and it's wartime and you don't look like the local people, so that's making them probably feel more afraid. Yes, good afternoon, deep deep thoughts. Good afternoon. Let me read your message. Let's see. Poland is allowing Nigerian students for 50, yes, yes, okay, students for 15 days in Poland. So they can go back to Nigeria. Eastern Europe was never colonial, so we had no beef with black people. Slavs are helpful to people. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, I heard that well, one of the people, the students, Nigerian students, um, they were saying something about Nigeria. I'm sorry, they were saying something about India. I mean, the people from we call it Indian nationals that are in Ukraine, and they said um, that their government, the Indian government, contacted Poland. And so they're allowing the Indian nationals into Poland, as you said, for 15 days. See, I commend, yeah, see, I commend people who take responsibility to help their fellow nationals. And so this same person um, is, is, is saying that his own country of Nigeria, he doesn't think that they contacted Poland. And so I'm angry at that individual who's speaking because he's making it into a racial issue. Now, if they had been contacted, the countries surrounding Poland, then they'll be then it, then they'll have the ability to exit. So if your own country doesn't love you enough to warn you ahead of time or to contact the necessary people so that you can safely leave, then don't be angry at Ukraine. Be angry at your country for not being responsible and in contacting the necessary people. So that's why I was so angry. I had to turn off the TV, I mean, my computer, because it was really upsetting me. And upsetting me because it's not in that instance, it's not a racial issue if your own country doesn't um, vouch for you to get you out. That is my, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Yes, Deep Thought says, yes, there was a problem with the Nigerian officials in the beginning. Now it's okay. I'm so glad to hear that. I appreciate your info, Deep Thoughts. Yeah, I appreciate this. Are you by chance living in Poland or Ukraine or some parts of Europe, or you in the US? If it's okay for me to ask, where are you from? If it's not too personal, and as to Deep Thoughts. Yeah, it's very I don't know, it just really it angered me. And the other thing that angered me about there was a news program. Okay, let's see, this is Deep Thoughts again. It says, yes, we want to help everyone as possible. I live in Canada but was born in Poland. Oh, okay. Very nice. That's really nice. What's weird is a couple of days ago I was looking into um, countries in the Eastern Europe, Central and Eastern Europe. Very interesting. Yeah, it was a couple of days ago. I think it was just before the fighting. Yeah, so yeah, it's see sometimes pe- people are hurting all over the world, and when people don't get what they want, sometimes they try to embarrass other people. And I felt that, I mean, yes, it's the country Ukraine is under attack, and everyone wants to get out. So if you don't have a Ukrainian passport, you'll probably be stuck in Ukraine also, right? See, don't make something what it's not. But if there are instances where things are being biased, just because, I mean, a country should take care of its citizens. But even people who are, okay, students, if they are lawfully in that country, or any country, um, it's like, so, in my opinion, it's like someone, you invite someone to your house, or let's say they rang your bell and they asked to come in, so to speak. You have neighbors or friends and they come by your home. And let's say there's a fire in your home. I'm not going to just say, okay, I want everybody out safely. That's immediately what I think. And the fact that they came to your house and showed respect to you and your family, whatever, you really are one. You're at one accord. And then to try to divide someone in a crisis, I see that I can't understand. If someone is a guest in your home, you I mean, sometimes some people, when they have guests coming to their house, they have them sleep in their own bed and they might sleep on the floor. You show hospitality, you know. So that's just how I am. You show hospitality. But if someone were to say on a national level, yes, you make sure your nationals are safe. But if there also are guests, what you call like they're legal residents, I think you should treat them the same way. If they're there in your country, they're legally, you all should be treated the same with regard to emergencies like this. You all want to get out safely, so you all work together. But it's good to know that now it's supposed to be getting better for the Nigerian students, but this is going to leave like a nasty taste in their mouth. The it's setting up sensitivities possibly to people around the world. Here is the latest video on people coming to Poland now and very happy. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, I don't want anybody stuck or anything. I've never been under warfare. I mean, even when I was in the military, I did serve in the military, and but it wasn't during wartime. It was during peacetime. Well, actually, what they call the Cold War. Yeah, it was just what do you call it? The Soviet Union was just about to be um, changed over. Just around that time that I was about to get out. Students being helped. I can just imagine how scary it is for them. Yeah, can't imagine. Yeah, it must have been very frightening. Yeah, I've never been in warfare like that. Um, Even in the military, I never had bullets flying around. But I'm also doing this video here, this live stream. See, what you're looking out here, this is beautiful New York City, Manhattan. Manhattan skyline at night. It's a beautiful view. But again, New York City, this is an island. We're surrounded by water, and for things to come in, it has to be shipped in or um, bussed in, and they go over the bridge. But what if there's a natural disaster? Or what if war hits? What if? I have 3 little dogs. I do not have a car. What if something happens? How am I going to get out? It might have been 2 years ago. I just wanted to take a little weekend trip, like an hour and a half drive up north. And I couldn't bring my dogs, my one of my dogs. I only wanted to bring one dog with me that particular day. And it was in its carrying case. And I'm about to board the bus, and they said, "Excuse me, is there an animal in there?" I said, "Yes, my dog." "Oh, I'm sorry, no pets allowed." I said, "I already bought my ticket, and it's enclosed. It's a carrier. I was just gonna, just take a little trip." They said, "No, no, no pets allowed." So how the hell am I supposed to get out of here? How am I supposed to leave if I, wanted, let's say there was some trouble and you need to get out of the city? See, I have to find out, this is really troubling for me. I'm going to do that. I want to call up officials tomorrow and let them know that in the case of emergency, how do you get out the city? It's not even wartime here. And I just wanted to take a little trip, just for the afternoon. Takes an hour and a half going there, and I was spend maybe 2-3 hours there at the most, and then come back home. And I couldn't do that with one little dog, a tiny dog. She's about 10-11 pounds. And they said no. I don't know how, like this, the Grand Central, I mean, that was at the Port Authority. But I saw a lady at the Grand Central train station, and she looked like a visitor, and she had a giant pit bull. And no cage. I mean, she didn't have any carrier. So I don't know how she got through to Grand Central Station trains. I don't know. How was she able to travel with that dog? Yep. So, yeah, I am concerned about things like this. What do you do? Again, I've never faced warfare like that. I mean, a couple of years ago there was a flood, and that was downtown Manhattan. But not too far from me, what was that? I think that was in the Chelsea area of Manhattan. That's around, I think, 20 something street and 6th Avenue, or it could have been in the teens. And the whole side of the building peeled off during the hurricane. Yeah, it almost looked like a dollhouse. The whole face of the building peeled off. It was one of those walk-ups, like a 5-story walk-up. But suppose massive number of buildings were like that. You would have to leave. It'd be dangerous to stay. And to, a lot of shelters, they may not want to take people with pets. New York City has a lot of pet owners. A lot of them. So what do you do? let's say, yeah, what if something were to happen in New York City? How would how would our government handle it? Now in Ukraine, you have I'm sorry, got distracted there. Okay, they're letting people with Ukrainian passports to exit. So what about here? How would uh, United States handle a crisis in New York? Would they say people with American passports, or would they just say, everybody? You know, one thing about New York City, and I'm going to say it. I feel sometimes now, New York City is very, very international. You have every every group here in New York City, but sometimes I feel that it treats people, foreign nationals, better. I am a local person. I'm born and raised here in New York City. And I have been in situations where it seemed to favor people from other places. And I think the reason for that, not that they love foreign nationals better, they like inexpensive better. New York City is all about saving money. And so if it means to hire a foreign national, maybe they don't have their papers to work here, but they hire them because they're cheap labor. And that happens a lot. And it happens in Hawaii also. I lived there also and I experienced that there. So part of me is a little sensitive. And I think that's where my sensitivity is coming from. Because living in Hawaii, and Hawaii is a part of the US, and when I saw things being done and that they were letting go US citizens, and they kept the foreign national, and whether they had their papers to work, that was questionable. So I take things personal at times because I know what I felt like. Now, um, I always worked in an international environment, but as I got older in the workforce, things started changing, and that they weren't protective over the rights for U.S. citizens first, priority for jobs. But when you go overseas, it's like, I should say outside of the continental U.S., that you hear this a lot. You hear things like, I'm born here, I'm born here. Um, the locals first. And they got a point. They really do. But I've never, in my time here in New York City, and I'm born and raised here, I've never heard any person from New York City say New York City residents first. I've never heard of that. Never. But I would like for people of New York to say, it's okay to hire local people from New York City. It would be nice. The job market is really tight, and they're bringing in people from all over the world, which is fine. But what's not fine is when you see a lot of locals who are living on the street. I don't understand this. There are tons of New York, native New Yorkers, American nationals who are jobless, who are looked down upon, and then you have people from other countries in good jobs who have homes to live in. And so it gets me a little worked up, a little sad. So I think with the thing with Ukraine, and when they were saying people with Ukrainian passports could exit first, so part of me is saying, well, is that really bad? I say be fair to everybody because anybody, everyone wants to be helped. But it's okay to love your nationals. But it's also important to care for other people who are lawfully living amongst you because one day you may have to live in their country also. We have to be fair. It's that human component that has to be addressed at all times because we all want to be favored. All of us. So it is again, it's a little sensitive for me because of the things that I experience. Um, but I just feel don't make it into something that it's not, especially these times because everybody is we're all the whole planet is under stress. Does anybody know? I'm not very good with politics overseas, but does anybody know why Russia invaded Ukraine? I've been hearing things about the possibility of Russia invading Ukraine, but I don't know why. What is the problem? Oh, I'm just reading your deep thoughts. I'm reading your other comments. I see. Yeah, let me read what you're saying. Oh, okay. Wow, you wrote a lot of things. I didn't see these things written. Okay. Um, okay, you said here, Deep Thought says, we came to Canada because in the early 80s there was no food, wow, no food on the shelves in Eastern Europe. It was pretty bad time running from communism. Wow. Okay. Yes, same thing here in Canada. Here, they are always hiring newcomers and Canadians are last. It's not fair. Canadians lost their jobs. Meanwhile, migrants get the first pick. It's not right. Yes, seniors using food banks just break my heart. Yeah, yeah. It's. Hey, my sister, blessings. Hey, hi, Nubian. It's good to see you too. Good to see you. Yeah. So, deep thoughts. It's I hear your concerns. I feel your pain too. It happens so much here that it really hurts. The thing that happened to me in Hawaii. I lived on the island of Maui. And Maui, the Hawaiian Islands, is the United States. And one day, see, I was trying to get, I was, yeah, things are so expensive in Hawaii. Um, I had a lot of debt. Yeah, when you relocate, it costs money. And I had a lot of debt just, in my relocation from New York to Hawaii. and I had gotten a job. Um, it was in a restaurant in town, and I was hired by a woman. I used to be in the cooking field. I was in many different industries, but one particular industry I was in was the cooking field. I had gone to school to study pastry arts and got a job making desserts at a restaurant. And so, I enjoyed the work. And this was my second job. I needed two jobs. And I was even considering to get a third job. And what happened, the person who hired me, was a woman, and she went on vacation. And that's when they fired her. I should say, let her go. And so I went to the office. I said, well, see, I'm blunt like this at times. I went to the office. I said, well, when is my day? She hired me. And they said, oh, you're okay. You're okay. You're gonna, we're not gonna let you go. Something like that. They tried to reassure me that I was gonna still, have a job. It didn't make sense. You're gonna let her go, but then she had hired me to assist her. Well, they let me go. Like how they got rid of me. Now I work in a kitchen, and so they did it bit by bit. So when I came in the office one day, the refrigerator was gone. I said, "Hey, what's the Because for desserts you got to keep it in the refrigerator." I said, "Where's the refrigerator?" And then I think they moved something else. So I think in a matter of 3 days, they kept moving, taking away the things to do my job. And then the last day, we had a swipe in. They give us a card to swipe in. To let them know what time we came in. For the time cards. And then my card didn't work. So I went in the office and said, "Hey, my card isn't working." It says, "Oh, you need to sit down." It told me, "Oh, I'm sorry. Today's your last day. You're no longer employed here." So they were cowarded. They were cowardice. Um, so they were sneaky about it, and then they kept the foreign nationals. Why? Not that they like foreign nationals. They were from Mexico. Yeah, there are a lot of Mexicans living in Hawaii, and a lot of them are illegal. And so I didn't like when they were laughing. That's what hurt my feelings when I was there to get when they let the lady go that hired me. The Mexican they didn't like her, and I think they didn't like her because she was a female. She was of Japanese ancestry. They did not like her, and so they were laughing, and I felt uncomfortable. And then, yeah, it happened. The cooking field hires a lot of people from other countries, and I was one of the few American citizens at that job in that room. And so I feel like in New York City, they give more preferential treatment if you are a foreign national. But if you are an American, especially a black American living in New York City, um, you're not given the same opportunities. And I feel badly. I said, hey, share the jobs out. Share the jobs. I hate it. So I start to feel, hey, what if something happened in New York City? Are they going to say, what are they going to say? Are they going to say citizens first? Or they're just going to, how they're going to handle it? How are they going to handle it? I have to know what I'm going to do. Did you hear? Let me tell you guys. I watched this program. I mentioned this last week. It's called Farsight, Farsight. They do what's called remote viewing, and they remote viewed the next presidential election in the United States. And they mentioned something about what do you call it, those things? Some type of explosive devices that's going to obliterate the area. I don't know. I mean, anything could happen. And again, they said with remote viewing, these are only possible outcomes that could happen. That remote viewing is not etched in stone. But I feel that something is up. But what if it is true? What what are the people who live in Washington D.C. Many of the people that live in D.C. are also people of color, black people to be specific. The whites that work in government, they have their cars and they can leave. But what if you're poor and you do not have a car? How are you going to get out of the city? And I think it's important if these remote viewers is given accurate information, are they passing on this information to the government? I mean, this is something to really think about. We had a really touchy election in 2020, and it doesn't matter what side you believe in. My concern is that the elections were rigged. So does it, so that's my concern. People have a right to their own preference of candidates, but you don't have a right for stealing elections or doing fraud. And I think the next election, I think something is up. Let me look at the comments here. Okay. Wow, a lot of messages. Yeah, oh yes, no. Oh, okay, Nubian says, I saw your interview with Tony Rogers, very good one. Thank you, Nubian. Yeah, that was an old video. I was nervous. I was very nervous. Um, yeah, I had to set up the computer and um, because I had to, that interview, that time that you saw there, that was my first time ever talking to him. 15 minutes before I went on live, we were talking, and then I put it on live, what you saw. Yeah. Okay, Deep Thought says, yes, seniors using food banks just breaks. Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you for, I'm glad that you shared that about the food banks. Where I live, you have these two churches near where I live. And you know that this was yesterday or the no 2 days ago. Oops. Yeah, this was 2 days ago. There were two long lines in the churches, outside for provisions. Yeah, two long line. Each church had a long line. Okay, the diva. There was a period I couldn't find full-time work here for 4 years. Wow, 4 years. Yeah, and Deep Thoughts. The only reason why, like I'm from New York City, I had to leave my state to find work. I left New York City twice. One to, the first time I went to St. Thomas. Um, I had lost work during the winter, and the winter month is very cold here in New York City. And the type of work that I did back then, I worked in an office. I did like secretarial work, and you have to be tested. And if my fingers are frozen, I can't really type well. So I needed to look for work in a warmer climate. So I decided to go to the Caribbean, the U.S. Virgin Islands. And then the second time it happened again. The economy was, I just couldn't find any work. So that time, that's when I went into the cooking field. And so my reason was they probably like desserts in Hawaii. It's a warm country. You have tourism, and they have a lot of restaurants there. So I thought they probably have a lot of work there. But it's seasonal. I didn't know that it was that seasonal. So that's what happened. So yeah, to to find, sometimes you're forced to move far to find work. Yeah, it's a horrible feeling. Very horrible. Sometimes you have to give up uh, certain things to, you know, like I had pets. I had pets then. I couldn't take them with me, but I did find them good homes. Someone was able to adopt them, and I kept in contact, but it pulled my heart. It pulled my heart. Horrible. Yeah, deep thoughts. I have three little dogs now. These are my babies, and I don't. I'm not gonna leave them behind. I don't want to do that. No, I just feel if something happens, I'm stuck here. I'm not gonna leave my babies here. I'm not. I felt guilty and horrible when I had to leave those little guys behind. Okay, let me read what's being said here. Okay, yeah. There was a period I couldn't find full-time work here for 4 years. Yep. Office police. Yeah, yeah. Office politics. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it can happen. That's why I've worked overnight just to avoid any contact with everyone. Uh-huh. I can't tolerate toxic work. Yep. I hear you. I hear you, deep thoughts. I hear you. Yeah. Yeah, the Nubian is saying I did the same thing. Yeah. Yes, sometimes you have to do that. Yeah, I worked a graveyard shift. Deep thoughts. I love working the hours 11 to 7. Okay, yeah, I used to work. Oh, wow. I used to work 12 to 8. 12 in the 12 midnight to 8 in the morning. Yeah, I did that for maybe close to 2 years. Oh, that's interesting. I've been feeling the quickening for the longest time. Let's see. Let's see. Love being okay. Yes, overnight you do your own thing and go home. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was okay. Yeah, when I worked graveyard shift, I kept a very tight schedule. So I made sure that I got my 8 hours sleep. Yeah, I was very disciplined at that. But some people, it's just me. But some people, they have a family. They don't get any sleep. Oh, okay, he's saying election was a dive. Yeah, what's happening in Canada? Deep thoughts. What's happening in Canada now with regard to the trucking situation? If you could mention that. What's going on there in Canada? Because what happens in Canada happens in the U.S. Yeah. Okay, I'm reading deep thoughts. I'm also reading. All I know is there was no, dangers of war when Trump was in charge. Yeah, I felt that was my. I mean, I know many people may not agree. I mean, I feel to respect people's political, when it comes to who you're going to vote for. I mean, that's, to each his own, But I enjoyed, that was my my happiest time with the 2020, what just before the election in 2020. I really thought he was going to win, and I listened to as many speeches of Trump. Yes, I was well, let me be more discreet. I liked what I heard. Most of the stuff. I don't agree with everything with what he said, but I agreed about America first. See, there's nothing wrong loving your own country. I think, in fact, I wouldn't want to live in a country if the leaders didn't love its citizens. I wouldn't want to live there. I like to live in a place that loves its own people. Yeah, that's right. Trump didn't want a war, but now the military is in. Yeah, yeah. It's yeah. Yeah. Under Trump, we weren't in any war, but now, um, things are worse. Things are getting worse. Okay, Deep Thoughts is responding now. Okay, Trudeau was going to send the Emergency Act on the protesters, but it didn't happen. Okay. Oh, like martial law, you mean? Yeah, weren't those truckers? I don't understand why some people hate truck. They, that's a good question. Why? Because they played him up to be a racist. That was the excuse. That was the excuse, Nubian. They said, "Oh, he's a bigot." But what about Biden? Biden was a segregationist. Remember Harris, Kamala Harris? Remember when she was going for president? She first was going for president, not vice president, and she left the race because she didn't get any supporters. And when they were debating, Didn't she call out Biden that he was a racist? Well, indirectly, she said that he was a segregationist. Remember that? But look what happened. She accepts his offer as vice president. So I have no respect for Kamala. I didn't want her to win. I didn't want her. I didn't trust her. I don't trust her. I don't trust Kamala. Oh, the Anubis says, didn't Trudeau get arrested? Oh, propaganda. We wish he was. Deep thought. What's the problem? Yeah, interesting, interesting. Yeah, I. It's okay. It's okay for people to love themselves, to love their families, to love their country. It's like at one time, for you to have, like, I have a little pin of the American flag. And sometimes I feel awkward. Yeah, I had gotten the pin like when my father passed away. He was a veteran, and so he was going to be buried in his uniform. So I wanted to go get, I bought these pins for everybody to wear, the U.S. flag. Um, so that's why I bought it. And so I put it on my coat. I said, well, I bought it. I might as well wear it. And it's like I feel awkward, but yet you got all these people that live here and they have their flag. Why can't I have my own damn flag? But they're going to call me a racist because I want to wear my pin? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, whatever. See, I feel wherever where you live, respect the land where you live. So even let's say if I was a foreign national, the fact that I'm in somebody else's country, you respect the land that you live on because you're breathing its air. See, it's all about mutual respect because, see, we're all human and we're all going to need a little help sometime, right? And you never know that person's standing right next to you might be able to save your life. You just never know what situation you might befall in. So if I'm in, let's say, if I'm in Canada, do what the Canadians do. If you respect the culture, whatever, then you could just abide by the rules. But if I don't feel that I'm going to feel comfortable or respect the people, then I won't go there. I want to be around a place where I have some respect for. Okay, I'm just reading the comments here. Okay, yeah, about the pen, yeah. There's nothing wrong with love for your country. Yeah. Yeah, and love doesn't mean being arrogant either. I mean, love is love. I don't want to shove things down someone's throat. Like you have people that want the people around them to feel uncomfortable. That don't do that. See, that's not right to do that. Don't. It's like a hungry dog, and you're eating a big hamburger. Don't be, don't don't tease the dog. Okay, Deep Thought says the world has become a crazy place. I feel like I'm a sci-fi movie. Yes, yeah, I hear that. I hear. Excuse me. Yeah, I hear that. It doesn't make any sense. And that reminds me of something, Deep Thoughts. I bought over the week uh, a three-part movie. The oh God, what's the name of that movie? Oh, how could I forget that name? Oh gosh, it was a British. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. But it was a three-parter. Oh God, Newbie. Remember the movie I was talking to you about? Oh God, it reminded me of like a James Bond type of movie, but they used young people in it. Okay. Get your popcorn ready, yeah. Yeah, I wish I could remember that name. Oh gosh, there's a reason why I mention it now about movie. Um, yeah, everything is like the movies are, what do you call it? It's like programming you. They get these movies. Yeah, because one of them, the third one was about, um, it started out in South Africa, this conflict, and then how World War One started. All the me. Yeah, the predictive programming, that's it. A lot of the movies seem to be programming you to accept the wars, the conflicts that are happening, and they're justifying it. They're justifying the things that's being done. Boy, I wish I could remember the name of the movie that I saw. Oh gosh. But it was very good. What I saw. Oh gosh. Boy, but I don't remember the name of it now. But it's all predictive programming. And it's making you think that it's okay to destroy other people. They said, well, we have to save this, so we're going to take out this other person. They're justifying, yeah, that movie, whatever the name of it was, that these were secret organizations. Oh, Deep Thoughts Ass is the series on Netflix. No, I got it on iTunes. I really apologize for not. Oh, I remember the name. Kingsman. I knew I was going. Yeah, it's called Kingsman or The Kingsman. It's three movies. I like number one and number three. Number two is too crazy for me. I mean, it did have a lot of violence, physical, but they used a lot of computer graphics in it. So it looked fake, but number two was just too insane for me. But I saw number three, and number three was it was about the start of what started World War Two. I'm sorry, my mistake. What started World War One, and that this organization got started. How this the, well, the organization got started to prevent future wars. It was like a a secret organization behind the government. It actually was very good. I mean, initially I didn't like the very beginning. Then I said, let me give it a chance. So I played it over again, and I started really analyzing what's being said. So, like, if they said something I didn't understand, I would put it on pause, and I had the closed caption on, and it made a lot of. Then it started to make sense. Yeah, King's Men. Oh, and the metaverse. Yeah, so you know about the metaverse also. Yeah. Yeah, the metaverse. There was something about, oh God, there was something else that I heard about the metaverse. Oh, brother, what was that now? I think it was Dr. Mumby. Dr. Mumby mentioned something about, oh God, what was that? Oh, I forget now. Well, I'm forgetting a lot of things, it seems. But people are talking about these things, like what you mentioned also, the metaverse. They want to, um, I think they just want to get rid of people so you can take their consciousness and put it into these, what do you call it? What do you call those bodies? What do you call it when you have a clone? They're putting in clones. Yeah, I was watching this YouTuber who he discusses the super soldiers program, and one of the recent people it interviewed. Oh, the you got deep thoughts. You're gonna see Kingsman. Yeah, yeah. It was pretty good. I mean, I actually enjoyed it. It's a long movie, but it's very fast. Okay, I found it on YouTube Movies. Okay. Yeah, The King's Men. You could, I got the trilogy, I mean, the three part, so it's like 30 something dollars. Yeah, I got all three. But it was well done though. Overall, it was well done. Oh, yeah, yeah, you don't. I never subscribed to the Met. Oh, no, no, I'm not, um, yeah, the metaverse. Yeah, they're deceiving people. Yeah, I don't, they're gonna try to bait people. I mean, they're baiting people to get the needle in their arm. You know what they're doing in New York City? They're offering, like, to get tested, they get offering you mints. That's the latest one. A bowl of mints. And then our former mayor, he was offering hamburgers and fries. Yeah, don't get the thing in your arm. Oh, there was somebody else. Boy, I've been watching so many things lately. Sometimes I watch so much stuff, it all gets all mixed in my head. That's what's happening. But somebody else was mentioning about the, I call it the bug juice. They want you to drink the Kool-Aid or the bug juice. But then there's a problem. And then it's going to cause a lot of a lot of sicknesses. Yeah, other people are talking about it also, about how these things, they want you to get these things. Oh, I know. Oh, I remember. I think I remember now. Okay, yeah. Earlier today, there's a man by the name of Dr. Bill Deagle. Deagle is spelled Deagle. He he is a medical doctor and scientist, and he has a video. It's actually a very old video. Um, it might be maybe 14 years old, the video, because he talks about um, one of the presidents. So the one right after Bush, Bush Jr. And he talks about, he says to the people, do not take the jab. Do not take it. And this was something that was done about 14 or more years ago. He talked about the jab. He talked about, oh, what else? Oh, God. Oh, he talked about the Pindar also. The Pindar is the dragon. So even, I mean, it's really something. The guy, he talks about nano also, the nanoparticles. He knew about that all back then. He is so current. Yeah, just type in his name on YouTube. The two videos that comes out with his name on it is Dr. William Deagle, and he's talking to an audience. He's doing a PowerPoint presentation. It's very, very interesting. Deagle, that's right, exactly. Deep thoughts. Watch that on YouTube. It's free on YouTube. Dr. William Deagle. He is a medical doctor and a scientist. And I learned about him around 2005, 2006. And he was on a show called The Prophecy Club. The Prophecy Club was a Christian ministry, and they were into teaching about the New World Order. And this doctor was a guest. Oh, yeah, Dr. Julie Miskovitz. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That I've heard of her. She isn't that the same doctor, Dr. Judy? Isn't she the one? She was that a lab technician, and she studied viruses. Oh, so I'm laughing at you. You think about the fries. I took. Oh, oh, lottery tickets. Boy, I lost a lot of your conversation here. That is so funny. Yeah, William Deagle on YouTube. Yeah, yeah. That's when the foster tried to have. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, so it's the same lady. Yes, that's right. Yeah, so it's the same lady. Yeah, the NIH. Uh-huh. Yeah, she was interviewed a few times, Dr. Judy. Yeah, she was amazing. She was amazing. A brilliant lady. She got fired. She was like in her early 20s. She gets fired because she doesn't want to give Fauci the the lab notes. She said, "Well, my boss is out on vacation. When he comes back on vacation, you could ask him for it. I can't give it to you." She's a smart woman. She should, because she wouldn't get gotten fired for doing that. It's so unethical. So when her boss comes back from vacation, he gets his copy and then he stole it and passed off the paperwork as his own work. She even showed what was in it. Okay. Yeah, it's a hijacking of the it's a hijacking. You have these people who are being controlled by somebody. And like Dr. William Deagle, he talked about what they call the Pendar, which really is the dragon, or what do you call David Icke will call the what do you call the reptiles. They said the reptiles are the ones that really control the planet. It was against the law. She couldn't give it to. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he took the money. I mean, he got the credit for it. Oh yeah, Dr. William Deagle also talks about the HIV. He mentioned that the HIV was created um, created in a lab and was like a bioweapon to get rid of the sub-Saharan Africans. But now with the jab, it has that same component in it. So the people who are getting the jab, they might be passing on the HIV virus to people. So I guess now when young people who are going, who want to go out and get married, they better ask if they have the jab. Because if they do, they're exposed to the HIV. See, they're not talking about that. And they really have to start talking about it because these some of these things that people are putting in their arm is making them sterile. Yeah, the reptilians. That's the thought. Yeah, the reptilians. I had yeah, deep thoughts. Yeah, a couple of days. Oh, wait a minute. It was maybe 3 weeks ago actually. I do what's called meditation, and I told Nubian about this. But I meditate upon I call it meditation. Basically, what I do when I wake up in the morning from dreaming or sleeping, I keep my eyelids closed and I just steer, into my closed eyelids and just relax my body. And then what happens is I may see, may get visions. Sometimes it's like a video, or sometimes it's like a photo Um, but one of the things that um, I saw these, I think it was about five people, two on one side and three on the other. But the one towards on the two on the left side, yeah, all these were men. They looked like men. They were wearing like a robe, like those ritual robes with a hood on. All of them were like dark in color, but the one to the far left, he was the only one wearing red, a red robe, and not only was he wearing a red robe, but he had a face like a reptile. I kid you not. I've never seen one. I mean, like David Icke talks about them. But when I was doing this meditation, I saw this for the first time. It was all covered, like its body was covered. It had the hood on, but it fit him real tight. And it was a dim room, and they're all facing the same direction. And I just couldn't believe it. Its snout was like a alligator or something, and I'm just looking at it. I said, "Oh my God!" And so this was about 3 weeks ago. Remember Nubian? I mentioned it, but seeing that they're up to something, and I realized David Icke was right. Yeah, David Icke was right. I mean, when I first heard of David Icke in 2000, it could have been 2002, I just took it as entertainment. I didn't really believe it. But here, I did a meditation and I see them. This thing is real. And these things, I think, as David Icke says, is really, they said the reptiles control everything. And that guy, Dr. William Deagle, he talks about the same thing, but he calls it the Pindar. The Pindar means um, the phallic of the dragon. Shapeshifter. Okay. Okay. Deep Thought says yes. A movie or vision plays sometimes during meditation. I always see an eye too. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's like um, I start to wonder. See, one thing when I do the meditations, I don't know where these things are. The things that I see, I don't know these locations. It's just I see, I don't plan on seeing what I see. I'm just relaxing and just going with the flow. So I see that the human brain is a magnificent tool. It is a receiver and a transmitter. And they said that is all what the brain is. And they said the brain doesn't store any information. So you start to wonder, where is the information stored? Oh, there's something else I want to share with you guys. Um, I was someone sent me a scientific like a, what do you call it? A report from a scientific journal, and they talked about the um, nano nanotechnology. And this was, again, I'm not a scientist. I was a science major in school, but someone told me, so I started to read the article this morning, and they talk about nano networks. They said, like, basically, what it was saying that you may have a device that works on nanotechnology, but when it's in a network, that's where the power is. And they said, like an antenna, that you have the nanotechnology that's now utilizing a new type of antenna. And again, what is an antenna? Is to receive transmissions or receive. It sends or receives, just like the brain. But they're using a different material now. They use what's called graphene, like with the pencil, graphite, but graphene. And this other component, it stands for carbon C. Um, it's a three-letter word, carbon something. I was an Art Bell. I was an Art Bell fan. Coast to coast. Yeah. Yeah, that is what was really about. That's right. Okay, Deep Thought says, long, long time ago, I listened to Art Bill show on Coast to Coast and everything that's happening now. They have all discussed what was about to come. The beginning of my journey started with Art Bell. Oh, wow. Yeah, I used to watch Art Bell too. I thought he was the best interviewer ever. Yeah, I learned of him in 2000. No, I'm sorry, um, in '98. It was February or March of 1998. Yeah, he was fantastic, fantastic. Oh, what was I just saying that before Art Bell? Um, oh yeah, with this what do you call it, the nanotechnology. Well, again, basically, this report was saying, with regard to the antennas to make this nano thing work, um, it, 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 they may have for the network this antenna, and this antenna utilizes graphene, and this thing works. Is extremely strong, they said, and some other thing. It's one atom thick, very durable, and highly conducive. Conductive. Highly conductive. This graphene. Well, they're putting. It's been said, I should say, that they're putting the graphene in certain injections, people, to make our bodies receptive to communication and tracking. Yeah, Art Bell was the best interviewer. There's nobody better than him. He was fantastic, and I didn't know that he was smoking at the time. He was a smoker. Yeah, back in the '90s, he was good. So why mention again about the graphene? See, they're putting a lot of things with graphene in it because it's very flexible, durable, and highly conductive. And things that are conductive, that means that things could, energies could travel through it quickly. And that means that the possible interfacing between technologies and people become easier. They want to make us into these robots. So they're slowly introducing these um, nanos to make our bodies receptors to be tracked because they want to always know where we are and to communicate with our body slash controlling us. That's right, both of you did, yeah. And they were making mention that possibly, I mean, I don't know, but the masks as well. I think someone said some of the, what do you call it, graphene might be in the masks. Does anybody know, know about this? Have you guys heard about that? The graphene in the masks? Yeah, I hope not. Yeah, I don't want to put on that mask. Yeah, I mean, I heard something with the masks. Okay, okay, you mean you're mad. That's good. Wow. Oh, I didn't know the RH negative are sensitive to chemicals. That I didn't know. Yeah, people, be very, I mean, I'm glad I was sent this document. Yeah, I didn't read the whole thing. I started reading it and I said, oh my goodness. Sometimes when I read something, I get really excited and I have to put it down to process it. That's what happens sometimes. Yeah, it was early in the morning. Yeah, the masks. Yeah, I hardly wore. Well, initially, when in 2020, I did initially wear this. Not those blue things, but I had this mask that they use in construction sites and the goggles. So if you look at my videos from 2020 at that time, you saw me wearing the goggles and the mask. And yeah, I was walking with my dog outside. Yeah, we had a lockdown in New York City, and it got so quiet. I mean, it was deadly quiet. But the hospitals were empty. They had what do you call it? I forget the name of that center, but they're on 10th Avenue. Oh, the Jacob Javits Center. They said they were having making that into a hospital. And so I walked past it. I mean, I walked up to the window, and I didn't see anybody being treated. They had some military people just walking around, and there was some empty cots, but they were just like gossiping. They weren't working, and they were supposed to open up a tent hospital in Central Park. I never saw that either. And then I had to go to the VA hospital around that time, and it was a ghost town at that hospital. But yet they were saying these things that are all these people dying and it's real crowded. It was empty. See, they lied. They lie about a lot of things. Let's see. Okay, you're saying you're allergic to fake foods and everything. Yeah, it is not. Yeah, when you eat out, I get oh wow. Yeah, I cook a most. I cook a lot of my own food. Oh, good for you. Yeah, the food in New York City is not the same. I do. I do like Chinese fast food takeout. I like chicken and broccoli. I love it. But you know, it doesn't taste the same. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've been eating. Yeah, today I had, I think the past 3 days, I had a plant-based diet. Yeah, I had squash and green banana. Yep, and then for dinner I had I like hot cereal. Oh, love cooking. Nice. Yeah, I cook most of my food. Oh yes, yeah, I went shopping 2 days ago and I bought some provisions. Yeah, I just I guess because of the war that's going on in Europe, and then with things happening in Canada, I just say, you know something, they could stop bringing in supplies in the U.S. So I said, let me just get some supplies. So I just, I got bags of rice and beans, bottled water, canned goods, and my regular provisions that I would eat for the week. Oh, and hot cereals, like oatmeal, cream of wheat, things, because I want to get things that I know I can enjoy eating. Yeah, the MSG. Yeah, chicken and broccoli and garlic sauce. It's my favorite. Yeah, I get the same thing for the past 30 years. Yeah, I do. I do that. I do like that. And I also like duck also. Yeah, I like duck. I have been smoothies all week, cleaning my body out this week. Oh, that's very nice. Oh, that's very nice. Yeah. The smoothies. Yeah. Yeah, I'm for the past 3 days I've been plant-based. Yeah, trying to yeah. Yeah, I if I have nothing, I make hot cereal or scramble. Yeah, I like that. Exactly. Yeah, I like that also. Yeah, I like hot cereal. I like yeah, like cream of wheat and let's see. I did get some oatmeal also. Yeah, see, oatmeal you can even eat raw. Yes, I got two big things of oatmeal. So if you're gonna, not have much food, I mean, at least get something you know you're gonna enjoy eating. Yeah, and I got raisins also. Your raisins you can keep for a long time. Okay, oh, that's nice. Yeah, I guess because the you're able to sleep better because your body's not working as hard. Mm-hmm. Your duck. Yeah, I actually like duck. I do. If it wasn't so bony, but I do. I actually like duck better than chicken. Yeah, so yeah, I have to get yeah, I have to get dog food now. Yeah, I had bought 3 big bags of it, but I can't believe it's almost gone now. So I have to get 3 more bags. Oh, I don't want. Yeah, today was in the 20s. It's about 29 degrees Celsius. I mean, I'm sorry, 29 degrees Fahrenheit. And it was real wind. I heard the wind. I said, I'm not going outside. So I stayed in all day. Yeah. So I might call in for them to deliver the dog food. Oh, it tastes like chicken too. Yeah, oh, I like cream of wheat. Yeah, cream of wheat. Remember Wheatina? You know, here in New York City, they no longer have in the stores Wheatina. They have cream of wheat and farina, but they don't have Wheatina. Yeah, like cream of wheat, but they don't have any Wheatina. Yeah, yeah, the cold cereal. Oh, a couple of months ago I had granola. Granola is real expensive. Oh, yes, I'm getting, yeah, I had a, yeah, yeah, I want to eat, yeah, some foods you can eat a lot of, but not gain a lot of weight. I find like some of the plant-based diets, they fill you up, but it doesn't have a lot of calories. Okay, born day is when they do. Oh my God, Deep thought your birth is on the 8th? Mine is on the 5th. Oh my goodness. Yeah, my birthday is December 5. Hey, Nubian, when is your birthday? That is something. Oh my goodness. And you know whose birthday is on my birthday? Fleur Brun. Fleur Brun's birthday is the same day as mine. I'm much older than her though, but our birthday is the same date. I mean the same day. Oh, you okay. Oh, yours is March. Oh my goodness. Oh, your birthday's coming up. Happy birthday. Nice. Okay. Wow. Interesting. Right around the corner. Yeah, that's right around the corner. Yep, yours is right around the corner real soon. Yeah, with Fleur Brun, her channel. Are you guys familiar with Fleur Brune? She's a YouTuber. They pulled down a lot of her Sagittarius queens. Yeah, I'm from Queens. That's right, I am originally from Queens. Oh, that's good to know. Sagittarius have very big hearts. I try. Yeah, I do care about people, but sometimes I can get upset. Pisces. Yeah, the downfall. Yeah, but I think everybody has something to offer. You know, we're all different. We're the same diamond, but we're just different facets of it. That's all. Yeah, yeah. We're one diamond, but we have many facets. So, does anyone have any predictions for the rest of the year? What do you think's gonna come out this year? What was what's your predictions? Oh, okay. Yeah, Fleur Brun, she's a YouTuber. We both have the same birthday. So you guys have to stand 10 toes down. Oh, I'm not sure what that means. Oh, I don't know what that means. Stand 10 toes down. Wow. Yeah, I guess you know it'll be good for us to get provisions. Oh, we have Tempest too. Oh, okay. Nubia says, I mean, don't let people take advantage of it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, get your provisions. Make sure you get your water. See, if you live, let's say, in a high-rise building, and if they cut the electricity, the water won't be able to pump up. Yeah, because it requires electricity. So that's why you get some bottled water. Oh, I can't think of it. Anybody have any questions for me? I don't can't think of anything else to say with regard to the topic. Mm, can't think of anything else. Anybody else have any questions for me? Oh, no. Thank you for your compliment, Nubian. Nubia, I forget what are you able to say what state you're in? I forget your location. If you feel comfortable in giving it. What location? What state are you in? Okay, Nubian is asking, have I done any more interviews? No, He was the only one on that topic. We were supposed to do another one, but it fell through. But things happen for a reason. I was initially upset, but it is what it is. He's still doing the interviews, Tony Rodriguez. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Deep Thought says, my prediction is to self care and stay away from Vic. That's funny. That's funny. That is a good one. I give you a thumbs up for that. That is funny. My self care and stay away from fake news. Yeah, that is the best thing I heard so far. Okay, and Nubian says you're from Maryland. Very nice. I've been to Maryland before. It's a pretty state. You have nice trees there. Oh yeah, we need survival skills. Yeah, I like that. Grow your own food. A couple of years ago, in 2017, I had this deep desire to grow like a forest in my apartment. Well, as you could imagine, it didn't come out right. I tried. I bought all these things. I wanted to grow like herbs, spices. I even tried to grow watermelon. I was desperate. I mean, I just had this fascination with plants, and I wanted an edible garden in my house. I mean, in my apartment. Too expensive. Like I did buy plant lights. For you to successfully grow watermelon in your apartment, you require so much energy. So it was a total flop. But I do what is called sprouting. You can do bean sprouts. Mung beans are the easiest things to sprout. You can have a brown thumb and you'll have that thing grow. So that I do. That's fun to do. Doing bean sprouts. So that's still passing. Yeah, it's growing your food. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I mean. You're asking if I done any interview. Yeah, no, I haven't. I haven't done any other interview. Yeah, I was very interested about the what they call the Super Soldier Secret Space Program. I did the interview in 2018. Yeah, I was introduced to the genre in 2016. And then I had, see, because I'm a veteran, I had some experiences, and I felt compelled to find out more about this secret space program. And now it's like I'm wondering whether um, I know something is happening. Something has happened to me. Um, I've heard these tones in my ears. They sound like Morse code, and it's usually always the same ear. And then, as I mentioned before, I was targeted at a restaurant. An incident happened to me in a restaurant that was very problematic. That like being taught what they call targeted. Well, the TI community, yeah. And I know it sounds weird, but it happened to me, and the person that I was with got hit with part of whatever what it was that they used. Okay, so Deep Thoughts, he's from Vancouver, and Nubian's from Maryland. Very nice. Okay. Okay, Deepa says, I went to all the protests here. I got off my, you know what, to actually do something about my complaint. Oh, you went to the convoy. It's good to learn on YouTube survivor skills just in case we ever come upon a cataclysm. Yes. Yeah. That's just why I get the like in case if I have to really do some walking, I bought these Swiss made shoes. Yeah, it's called Kybun, Kybun. It's a specialty shoe. It's the sole is like a sponge, and it preserves your joints. And I used to walk a tremendous amount with my dogs and my stroller, and my back was hurting me really bad. So I went on the internet what I can use to um, help stop the pain, and these shoes seem pretty good. Yeah, it's called the Kybun shoe. So again, in case of emergency, you're gonna see whatever what happens if you're forced to move out slash some serious walking, you're gonna you better have some comfortable shoes, people, in case if you have to walk miles. Yeah, you better get some comfortable shoes that are really warm. Okay, Nubian says, I have a bug out bag just in case sitting by my door along with much need things. Oh, really nice. Oh, really nice. Very good. Yeah, I should get a bug out bag. Or what is a bug in bag? See, oh God. See, I love that idea, getting a bug out bag. But me and three dogs, I know that I'm going to be, well, I should say I know, but I'm concerned that I would be held back because of the dogs. I can't go on a bus with a dog. Okay, Nubian says, yes, you should in case the grids go down. What what do you think? What do you think I would need for a bug out bag? My being in New York City, what do you suggest? Yeah. I put that out to you guys. You know, those who are in the chat room. Yeah. Let me know. Again, as you see, I live in a big city, very big city of New York City. In case of emergency, and again, I have three little dogs. I do have a stroller for the dogs. What do you advise? What advice could you give me if there is an emergency? How would I be able to navigate everything with three little dogs? I have no idea. I mean, I have provisions in my apartment. That I do. I have my water and all that. Cause, honey, I mean, I have my walking shoes. I have very good shoes in case if I have to walk far. Yeah. Okay, Nubian is saying batteries and flashlight, a miniature solar generator, and food and water. Oh, okay. Batteries, flashlight. Okay, I do have a baby flashlight. A solar generator. Mm. Okay, so let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 items, 5 main items. Okay. I'm a bag lady, so it's gonna be tough. Deep thoughts get started, sweetie. Mm. Wow. Yeah, I mean, make sure you have black seed oil at all times. I do have black seed. Okay. I know I don't want to wake up with my hand in the toilet last minute. Oh, God. Oh, duct tape first aid. Oh, wow. Wow. Anybody else got ideas for a bug? Now, when you say a bug out, you take that along with you outside? Or have that in my apartment? Hmm. Yeah, let's see. That must be stressful. Yeah. They're really nice company. Okay, Numi, so you can use a backpack. Yeah, I do have a backpack. Yeah, it's something. Yeah, many New Yorkers have dogs and cats. Many of us. My neighborhood, you have a lot of pet owners. And I feel with what's happening in Ukraine that I have to contact some official tomorrow to let what am I to do if something happens? I can't even take a trip like what do you call it, the Port Authority. We're not allowed to bring our dogs with us in a little carrier. I couldn't believe it. Have backpack for your dogs too. You mean the Nubian? I mean, I want to make sure I understand you. To have the dog wear a backpack or to have a backpack prepare for their needs. And as I have all these things. If it's to wear a backpack, I mean, what do you have a battery operated heater? No, I don't. Oh, I never even thought about that. Oh, but what I do have, yeah, what I do have, Nubian, I have, what do you call it, a Maylard bag. I have Maylard sleeping bag and I'm sorry, I meant to say Mylard. I have a Mylard blanket and Mylard sleeping bag. That I do have. Yeah, okay, prepare for their needs. What do you think I should have for my dogs? I mean, the obvious, let's see. Yeah, I have a cat and he would tear up my eyes. He would, oh my goodness. That's good to have. I have that too. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that you got a point. Get something. Okay. Boy, this is something else. You have a point. Getting a getting a bag for my dog's needs. Okay, a battery operated lantern. I used to have that, but it stopped working. Yeah, I bought it to try to say, not be dependent on electricity for the house. Let's see. The dog needs a backpack too. He must chip in somehow. Oh, that's so cute. Be prepared just in case you may have to leave. Mm. The dogs need a backpack too. My little boy probably would wear it. These are, you got me dying over here. Yeah, my little boy probably do it. The backpack, but not my Shih Tzu. My Shih Tzu is as spoiled you can get. But you got a point. Yeah, maybe a bug out bag with kibble for them. Oh wow, that's a good idea. That is a wonderful idea. Yeah, my Lily is looking at me. My dog. Yeah, that is an idea. Mm. Yeah, I do have to buy their food. I probably get their food tomorrow. Get something. Yeah, that might be it. That might be a good idea. Yeah, right now for please be prepared, my sister. Yeah, I know. Yeah, mm. Well, at least on my corner here, for me to be for, I mean, for me to leave this apartment, you know, keep it by your door. Mm. Yeah, I mean, what you say, Nubian, is very good wisdom, but I have to be practical too. Unless they order me out of their apartment, I don't want to budge. Oh, good for you. Good for you, newbie. You gotta good for you. Yeah, boy. There's only if you, okay. That's only if you need to leave. Yeah, yeah. It would be a good idea to get something like that. Um, wow. I hope it doesn't come to that. I really hope not. Cause see, in New York City, a Neil good. You have to know what I'm thinking of going to the shooting range to learn to shoot. Yeah, I bet a lot of people are going to be doing that, the shooting range. Yup, boy. See, places like New York City, we don't have, we don't do open carry. And that's part of the problem. Yeah, if it's a real problem here, boy, the people, I mean, with the lockdown, that was bad enough. Yeah, during last year, last spring, there were so many rats outside that I personally saw. But they're getting a little cleaner because now we're getting more tourists. But now with this thing in Ukraine, it might be a different story. You know, things could happen. Things could escalate. That's what my concern is. And I mean, yes, I have my shoes, my walking shoes. I have bottled water, but to actually have to go out there because you're being forced out of your apartment. I mean, I don't know. Yep. I mean, it's not really practical. It's not practical for me to travel with three little dogs that they don't like to walk. Well, two of them don't like to walk. I have a trip coming to New York in April. Oh, good for you. Very nice, Nubian. I still drive motor coaches. What is a motor coaches? What is that? I mean, you mean a bus, Nubian? You mean those big buses? Okay, yeah. Do they allow do these coaches that you take, Nubian, do could you bring your pets? You know, if they're in like a carrier. Oh, okay. Wow, you can have okay. Is Motor Coaches, is that the brand name? I mean the company name? Oh, okay, you're answering my question. It depends on the company. Yeah, I have to find a place. I mean, see, I do have to be let's see. How much has New York changed since September 11th? Oh, very good question. Okay. Well, the immediate area where the 9/11 thing happened, um, they've rebuilt it tremendously. They're still doing construction in the area. Um, for the residents that live around there, right in the immediate area where all that happened, what the area is called Battery Park. That looks. I went down there last year. It looks fantastic. They have a little park down there. Very nice. But that area had a lot of toxins, and they were in the early part of the game. They were trying to encourage people to go shop down there. Could you believe that? That was the President Clinton, who was someone he said he has $200 that he's going to shop down there. My question is, who gave him the $200? He's going to have us go down there to shop. just for those people to keep. What about people up here? See that? During the pandemic, a lot of businesses went out. Yeah, a lot of businesses in New York City is out of business. So, okay, oh yeah, in answering your question, the immediate area downtown, um, they um, it's it's not as congested, in my opinion. Uh, Before 9/11, it was very busy. I used to work down there. I used to work in building number 7. Building number 7 was the building that uh, imploded on itself at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, even though no plane hit it. That's the one that I used to work in. And I got back from Maui to New York about 6 weeks before 9/11 happened. And I had 2 weeks before the melee, um, went to the building to go up to the company I used to work for, but they didn't allow me upstairs, and they said I had to leave my resume at at the front desk. So that's what I did. So things happen for a reason, and it just wasn't meant to be. So part of my spiritual journey is remembering that certain things happen in my life, and maybe, even though I may not have liked it, it may have been done. You know, it, these so-called disappointments may have happened for a reason, such as it would be dangerous to work down there. So yeah, it's just really funny how life works. That you may think you want something. You may say to yourself you want to live in a particular place, or you want to go out with this person, marry this person, and you don't get it, or something happens. Sometimes people, things happen, and it's to protect you. It is to protect you. It may not seeming at the time. So right now it's really something, this thing that's happened in Ukraine. Why is it happening? And is that happening um, to remind me maybe I should stay here in New York? Because I've been saying, I want to move. I feel like I do want to. It's New York is changing a lot. It's filthier. It's unsafe. You have more drug abuse, um, and the quality of service is not as good. Yeah, the safety. I used to go out early in the morning to walk my dogs. Now it's like I'm very hesitant after I had that attack. Yeah, deep thoughts. I had gotten attacked in November, and the cops weren't protecting me at all. They protected the perpetrator. I said, "Wow." So I felt bad. So I take things kind of personal sometimes. Um, so that's what was really motivating me to want to leave. I mean, that and other things. It's just really getting. It's the mindset of the people. It's um, it's just tons and tons of people are moving into the city, and the resources. But I love the city. I've been living in New York City. I mean, I was born and raised in New York City, And I love Manhattan. This is, I think, one of the best places to live. You don't need a car. You can walk everywhere. It's fantastic. Yeah, yeah, like how you said that. Deep Thought says, yes, we make plans, but God has the final say. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot of things. A lot of things. Yeah, so maybe all this crisis is to, I don't know, maybe they want me to stay here. But it would be horrible for me to go overseas and then something really traumatic happens. And again, if I do leave, I'm going to bring my dogs. Well, you get an international problem, an earthquake or whatever, you know, my babies are coming with me. I'm not going to abandon them. Oh, okay. Deep Thought says, yes, I wanted to move back home to Poland from Canada, but now, because of the war, I'll wait. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Deep Thought, she's saying. Deep Thought says, wow, protected perpetrators sounds like Canada. Oh my goodness. I could, Deep Thoughts, I couldn't believe it when it happened. Yeah, I had gotten attacked while I had left my dentist appointment, and I purposely didn't take the subway because it's dangerous, so I walked it instead. And I was feeling really good, and as I was crossing the street, someone from my left reaches over and pounds on the center of my chest where my heart was. Luckily, I was wearing a very thick shearling coat. It hurt though, still. It stung when she hit me, boy. Um, I got a cop right away. The cop followed her, and then uh, some melee started, and these other cops assisted him. So it was a total of four cops. And as they were, as they apprehended her, I said, "This woman attacked me. I want her arrested, and I want to that she be prosecuted." Something like that. I said. I was very angry. And then one of the cops had come up to me to get the story what happened. That not the first cop that I contacted, he was not the arresting cop. Another cop instead, I guess he maybe was the most senior, but he wrote the report, and not him, not the one that actually, the first one to the scene. And when I told him that she also attacked two other people, he puts his hand by my face and said, "No, no, 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 no," and that what she did to me was not considered a physical assault, but she was just harassing me. I couldn't believe it. And then another cop came to me, a female, and she was arguing with me. I mean, came across argumentative. He said, "Well, where's the blood? Where's the blood?" Like that. There's no blood. There's no blood, so we're not going to arrest her. Could you? If I did that to a cop, if I hit a cop in his chest, that is a physical assault. It's ridiculous. Oh, it's no blood, so you have no proof. There were people all around, and they didn't care. And that's what really, I've never been in trouble with cops before. I'm an honest person. Just minding my own business. Oh, the lady was said to have schizophrenia, and she may have forgotten her medication, according to the cop. I couldn't care less what she has. She's assaulting people in the middle of the street. I didn't name him. Listen. Oh, okay, with it. Yeah, yes, my cat is my family. I'm not leaving my cat. Even though he bites the hand that feeds him, I didn't name him Tyson for no reason. That is funny. That is funny. Yeah, yeah, they're your family. But I realize, yeah, I got a physical assault. Last November was the day before Thanksgiving. It was a beautiful, beautiful day. Oh, my little dog went, you want to get down? Okay, let me get you down. Okay, let me get you down. Sorry, my little dog had it. Oh, you want me to open the door? I think he wants me to open the door. Let me just carry this. Oh, okay, just a moment. Wow. She knew she was, which, of course she did. Of course she knew what she was doing. She attacked two other people. And how I found out that, when the cops were apprehending her, it took four cops to apprehend her. And then I was talking out loud, and that's the lady that, this is the person that assaulted me. They came up to me, said, she attacked me also, they told me. And they demonstrated, one of them demonstrated how he got hit by her. It was an elderly black man, and this other person. I don't remember the details about the other person. But I was like, wow. And the cops didn't want to hear it. It was like I became the bad guy to even say that she attacked two other people. I thought they were supposed to get the information. That's what happened. Thank you. Goal. Thank you very much. Thank you for your offering. That was very nice of you. Very, very nice of you. Thank you so much. Well, that's what happened. I couldn't I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I share that story. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was feeling really good because I didn't have any cavities, and uh, I just I thought when you're thinking good thoughts that you're protected from all evil. Well, that's not true. It's not true. See, sometimes people say, "Oh, well, you had negative vibrations, and you attracted evil." I was feeling very good that day, and I was on my way home, and I was so excited that I walked all the way to my appointment. And then I was on my way back home. I was halfway home. And then boom, it just shocked me. And to top the, to top this off, deep thoughts, to top this off. Now the cops said to me that they're not going to arrest her, but just going to send her to the hospital. 4 days after my physical assault, being physically assaulted by that woman, she was right near where I lived. She was two. I was walking home with my dogs, and she's right across the street from me. I was 2 blocks from my home, and she's right in front of me on the other corner of the street. I was like, what? And she did look at me. I didn't know what, maybe she didn't remember me or whatever. I was so afraid. And she walked right past me. Yep, I kid you not. So they let her go. They let that woman leave the hospital after attacking several people. Yep, that is what happened. Was she following me? Nubian asked. No, no, I hope not. I don't think she was. I think it was I mean, there's no way for her. I don't know how she would get I just think she just wound up in my neighborhood. The assault happened in one neighborhood, but then coincidentally, when she gets out, she's by my neighborhood. It was very scary. Yeah, that's what happened to me. Yeah, so I felt like, hey, what is this going on? That I mean, I care for the police officers, especially that I used to be a veteran. I understand that people have to follow rules, they may not like the rules, all that. I understand how protocol works, but when you don't follow protocol, see, those police were supposed to interview me, interview other people, find out who witnessed whatever. They didn't interview anybody, and they weren't listening. And yet I'm the victim. And she fought for police officers. Yeah. And there was some, where's the blood? Where's the blood? I said that she had hit me in my chest, and I'm in pain right now. Well, where's the blood? Where's the blood? Thank God I had my thick shearling coat on, my jacket, and it still hurt. It stung real hard. When you hit someone in the chest, it can stop their heart. That is dangerous, to punch someone in the center of the chest. Yeah, Nubian said, yes, sis, you need to get out of Canada as soon as time. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in New York City. Oh, okay, Deep Sled says, it is a home invasion in Canada. You are defending your place and you put your hand on the crook. You go to jail in. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's what you say. Okay, I'm just reading it, what you're saying. Wow. Oh, that is awful. Not that is evil. That is evil. That's awful. That is awful. They break into your house, and if you, now that is bad. Boy, yeah, exactly. That is crazy. You know, Canada to me always had a positive reputation, and I thought the people from Canada really loved the people. Yeah, it was a beautiful. I've never been to Canada, but I always heard good things about Canada. Always, always. And you guys, you seem to really care for one another. I'm really shocked. It sounds backwards. I never heard it like this. It's always considered a very loving place. Oops, sorry. Wow. What do you think is causing this bizarre behavior? What's causing all the bizarre behavior? Oh, you want to get up? My little doggy wants to jump on the bed. Hold on, let me just grab her. Okay. Sorry, guys. Yeah, she was just getting excited for a moment, and then she wants to run outside, and she needed water. Yeah, it's really dry now in New York City. Really dry, and it always seems that your mouth gets real dry around the same time, around 7 o'clock. And right now it's 9:35, but wow, it's really dry. Okay, my other dog wants to go down now. Let me get her down too. Yeah, so I'm leaving the door open for them so they can come in and out. Okay, let me read this now. Nubian says, in Maryland, if someone breaks in and you catch them and they try to leave, you can't do anything either. But who's to stay if he makes it out? Okay, we're not allowed to carry even pepper spray. Oh wow. Okay. Indeed, so I was harassed many times and attacked once on the SkyTrain already. Oh wow, that's awful. 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 I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I mean when you get assaulted, it's like could shake you. Okay, yeah, yeah. The pandemic is causing people to get aggressive. Yes, it's awful. Yeah, the pandemic is making people afraid and aggressive. Yeah, very very accurate. Very accurate. And as I mentioned earlier, a lot of the businesses here in New York City have closed down. Businesses that's been around for a long time. Oh, wow, no one came to help you. Wow. How long ago did that happen, Deep Thoughts? Yeah, how long ago did that happen? Mm. Yeah, so did that happen? Let's see. Okay. Nubian says, "Wow, I'm going to protect myself no matter what. I just have to deal with the consequence." Okay, and that's honorable. That is honorable. That it is your godly right to defend yourself. Very much so. Very much so. Yeah, the when the lady hit me, I didn't feel safe. I mean, um, the girl was a young woman and much big, she was a heavy girl. Um, I felt also that if I hit her back, that I would be arrested. That's what I felt. I felt I had to be very careful because, see, anyone can lie and say that I hit her first. And I didn't have my, some of you out there remember I used to carry a body cam. Hmm. Okay, it's 9:40 right now. Yeah, I thought I saw a light on my left side for a moment ago. So I'm gonna check my camera if there was an orb or something. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Deep Thought said it was last year. Okay. Yeah, it was a very hard year for me, 2001. Yeah, it was a very very intense. It was filthy. It was a lot of pestilence. Um, yeah, and in September of last year, there was an attempt on me. So here, November was the physical assault, but 2 months prior, as I was leaving my building with my dogs, this man was hiding behind this fence that belonged to a Catholic school. And as I approach, he leaps over the fence to attack me. And I slowly backed up and got to the door where I just left, from my building. And my doorman came out and stood by my side. And we stood him down. And he eventually walked away. Yeah, that, and he wasn't even supposed to work that day. The doorman. He's a really, really good guy. He's been at the building even before I entered. I moved in here almost 19 years ago. He started a little bit before, he came in a little bit before me. He's a really good guy. And he so happened to be filling in with somebody, and that's why he was there. And that particular month, the door was not manned by any. It happened 3 times. No one was at the door. What if it was one of those days that no one was at the door? Who knows what would have happened to me? Yep. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, yeah. I hope this year is a better year for you, Deep Thoughts. Yes, I hope it. I hope this year. Yeah, I hope this year is a. Oops. Is a much much better year. I believe in gang stalking. Mm. Yeah, I hope I keep you. Yeah. Yeah, it could be very very scary out there. So I'd like to give a prayer for everybody out there. I know we've. Yeah, especially for women. Especially for women. Definitely. Yeah, I like to give a word of prayer for all of us. I know that I've said a lot. Maybe some things might have maybe upset some individuals, but I truly believe in peace for everyone on the planet, regardless of your background. This is a beautiful planet. And I like to believe that there are beautiful people on this world also who really care for one another. I give a word of protection. I ask for the universe for divine protection for all of us. Please keep men, women, and children and our pets safe from pestilence, from um, bullies out there, from muggings, from natural disaster, and from warfare. Please protect us all, keep us safe, put a smile on our face to remember that you are looking after your children. Yes, that's my prayer for all of us. This is what we need these days. And it's important that we each of us, that we pray for one another, or speak words of encouragement to one another. I know sometimes I could be intense sometimes, but I truly believe in a peaceful world for all of us to enjoy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Peaceful. Peaceful. All of us. Yes. Yes. I wish peace for all of us. And this looks like a peaceful evening right now. It looks absolutely beautiful. Look at that. I love the lights here. This is so peaceful. So, so peaceful. Yeah, yeah. For us to stand our ground. You know what someone told me? I spoke with a lady, this was last week, and she also had three little dogs. And we spoke for a couple of minutes, and I told her about my concerns in the city. And so I said, no, what she said to me was that she prays before she goes outside, but, which I do also. But what she said was she asked for God to make her invisible to the predators. I said, whoa. I mean, I like that. So before I leave my place, I mean, I give the prayer that I've been using, and then in addition, what that woman said, make me invisible to the predators out there. And I also ask for the blessings too. Mm-hmm. So, Nubian, are you asking for my email or Deep Thoughts email? I tried to send you mine, but it didn't show up in the chat. Ah, yeah, my email. Yeah, my email is written on the. If you press my about page, it has the. It's like a little, like I give my like my introduction. You know what the channel is about, and then just below that, there's a button that you press for contact information. It has my email. Yeah, you could send me. Oh, I think maybe the YouTube may not allow people to send that type of information in the chat for whatever reason. I think you might have mentioned that before. Someone may mention about that before. But if you need mine, yeah, mine is spiritofazalea@gmail.com, and it's in my about page, and you could see it there. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, for everyone here, say Psalms 91 every day for protection. Yeah, Miyoshi. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, I think in the yeah, when I was in the military in boot camp, um, we it was spoken, the Psalms. I think that I think it was Psalms 93. Yeah, 91. I think it's also 93. I'm not sure of that. But yeah, there was a Psalms that we spoke. I don't think they can do that now. Yeah, things have changed. Everything's changed. Everything's changed. So, if no one has any more questions or statements, I think there was a very, very wonderful live chat. Um, yeah, we both we all shared a lot of information and feelings. I actually feel so much better. Yeah, I want everybody safe. You know, it's important for nations when you have citizens abroad um, to care for them and to send out information, instructions what they are to do. And it's unfortunate what's happening in Ukraine that some of the nationals countries didn't notify the consulate or whatever and instructed them to accept their citizens so they can take them home. Yeah, I'm really surprised Nigeria wasn't on top of it. But I hope the people get home safe. Yeah, it must be trying for everyone involved and the other national. I mean, I'm sure Ukraine has a lot of people from other nations there. Um, yeah, may they all get home safely. Yeah, the U.S., we haven't had something like that, quite like this. And I hope we don't. But that program that I told you about, the Far Sight, they're on YouTube and they have a website. And they remote viewed that some things, some type of explosion device that's going to um, destroy everything in Washington, D.C. I hope they're wrong. Okay, thank you. I think, okay, I'm looking at the messages. Okay, that's mine. Okay. Okay. I remember you sent something, then I sent something back, Nubian. Yeah, I remember seeing something early in the week, and I sent an email back. Okay. Yeah, I don't know your email, Nubian. I don't know your email offhand, but I had seen your email that I okay. Okay, Deep was saying deep okay. Here now on Messenger Facebook. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so hmm, that's something. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Well, yeah, I don't know what else to say, but I appreciate this conversation. And yeah, I guess we will stay safe. And I guess what I can't give out anybody else's email, but what I do suggest that like what do you call it, like for deep, oops, that on your chat to go to each other's YouTube channel and get the information from each other's channel site. Yeah, yeah. I don't know the email on the top of my head, and I wouldn't feel comfortable giving somebody else's information. Yeah. So you two could contact each other if you want to exchange emails or do messenger. Yeah. S- So, oh, I thought you had a newbie. Your YouTube channel for you to go on YouTube. You have to have a YouTube channel, right? Okay, I had somebody say it. Okay. Oh, and I tried it. Let's see. That's okay. We will see each other here too. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, that's what and this is what YouTube should be like. You know, people exchanging ideas, people connecting. So I guess like in life, it's a duality in everything. You have the good and the bad in the technology. Yeah. So everybody, yes, thank you for coming on board and sharing. And I thank you for your gift. Yes, I thank you for your gift, deep thoughts. Sleep well, be tight. Nubian, you be well also. It's very, very good to see you. And everyone else, have a blessed, safe, sound, and peaceful evening. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.